Alright guys, welcome back to Cutthroat Goat, me Josh. Today's video is going to be a quick honing. I am sending this Henkel's Freador 72.5 out to Zach at High Rack Lather, and he wanted to try my green slate edge. So basically what I'm going to do is take this razor, which has a J-Knot edge on it right now, and I'm just going to do a quick refresh and remap the striations on this and the apex on this to my green Vermont. So we're basically going to delicate out on this, do a couple of soap and then a couple of oil, and then I'm going to package it up and get ready to ship to him. I hope this angle is going to work for the video. Thank you guys for all the love and support lately, and cheers guys. Have myself a Miller. It's a holiday day off for me. But yeah, without too much BSing, let me just clean this blade down with a microfiber real quick, and we'll jump right into the honing. I hope everyone's in the mood for a little drum and bass, because that's what I'm in the mood for today. So, for the slurry on this, I will be using my 1200 Atoma. But I'm going to use the worn side of my plate. I have double-sided 1200. One's an old plate, one's a fresh one. But I'm going to use the old side, which I think is broken down probably closer to like 1700 K. But, I'm sorry, 1.5 to 1.7 K. And when I work with this stone, I do not necessarily like a heavy slurry. And I don't need one, especially for this blade, because like I said, this does have a J-Knot edge on it. I have shaved with it. It is fine. I just need to remap it. So that's what I'm going with, a cloudy slurry today. And, you know, to each their own. I know some guys like to go heavy on this slurry just because they're delicating. But this is what we're going to roll with. I'm just going to pause this music really quick so you can hear the crystalline sounds of this stone. I recently sent one of these stones to Sean Staplefield, and he's been doing a lot of experimenting with it, and I hope he does a video soon, because you know, he's one of the guys I learned from, and it's always nice to pick up new tricks from other guys in the community. I know Devin at Unknown Stone is always got a rabbit in the hat trick up his sleeve to share with the community, but I know Sean, and I know he's doing a lot of experimenting, so it'd be cool, for me anyway, to see what he comes up with. But anyway, I'm going to throw this music back on, and we're just going to work through this delicate. Not sure how this angle is going to work out, but we'll see. Now, unlike Eric the Cajun Blade, I don't count strokes and do a certain amount of certain strokes or anything when I'm remapping a blade. If I'm coming up from a fresh bevel set, I might do something along those lines. But my style of honing, I rely a lot on senses, on feel, and just familiarity with my stones. The first, I'd say, skill is the word I'm looking for, that I picked up with honing, is really feeling my apex and what it's doing on the stone. And I think if you have a good sense of what that apex is doing, you don't really need to rely on a preset formula or a strict regimen of procedures to go through to get your edge to where you need it. Now that is complete opposite to when I started. When I started, a lot of guys were preaching set formulas, you know, 20 this, 20 of that, 15 of these, 15 of those, you know, you only add water here, you only add water there, you know, this is when you move on and not until you get there. Throughout my journey in this hobby, I've learned to just rely more on my senses, because I found myself baffled why I would follow some of those formulas and still not get the edges that I was looking for. And it kind of taught me that, you know, they're a great starting point, but the most crucial factor in this hobby is senses and what you're doing with them. And I can feel that the apex on this is leveled out, so I'm going to take out my torque on this blade, and I'm going to start letting more of the slurry work in the water rather than trying to grind the apex into it to get to where I want to be. I can already feel that the slurry I had on here has remapped this, and honestly, like I said, this blade was already honed, so I'm already getting a good bit of resistance against the stone. I just want to do a couple heel-centric passes here, because I always seem to neglect the heel just a little bit. And we'll go back into the rolling strokes here. I received a text from Wes at Tennessee Whiskey this morning. His razor finally made it to him. I paid for 3-day shipping, and it took 5 days to get there. Ain't that the way it goes, right? I'm not gonna lie, I was a little pissed when he didn't get it on Saturday, but you know, better late than never. It only took a week. It didn't take 2 weeks, so small blessings. It arrived safely, and he got the gift that I sent him, and he was very appreciative, and that always makes me feel good. So my stone's drying up a little bit here. I'm going to add a little bit more water to this, get that slurry on the blade back on the stone. And at this point here, I'm going 2 hairs in there, just the weight of the blade. And it is skipping across the stone a little bit, so I am just going to put a little bit of pressure. And I don't mean pressure on the spine, I mean torque into the apex, just to keep this blade from wanting to jump around on the stone. I do feel like there's an area. There we go, smooth that out. A little inconsistency, or perhaps a burr or something like that. Okay. It's been very busy for me lately, and Martin Luther King Day was Monday, and because it was the holiday was on one of my days off, we have the option to take Wednesday off or to go in and work and get double time. And honestly, I was going to go in and get the double time, but I have been working so much lately, I was like, you know what, today I'm going to sit back and I'm going to take it as it comes. I still get paid, I just don't get that double time, so I decided to stay home and play with razors today. Sometimes you got to feed your mind instead of feeding your wallet, right? So this is getting really sticky. I'm going to try a little bit more water. If not, I'm going to start adding the soap in. And I still have a very misty slurry on here, so it might actually be a good time to start with the soap, because I like a slightly misty slurry when I'm working with soap. I still want some cut action. I'm not doing my final polishing until I hit my oil, so. And yeah, this is dragging a lot. So, you know how I do, very diluted soap and water. And that's perfect. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm still having lots of problems posting comments on people's videos, and especially responding to the ones that are on my videos. For some reason, it's near impossible to post on my own videos. I don't know what's up with that. I sent something into YouTube. Hopefully, they correct that soon. But on the bright side of things, I do have a Sun Moon razor in the mail. I'm hoping it'll be here possibly the end of this week, maybe middle of next week. But I'm really looking forward to that blade. I know Sophia at Sun Moon did an excellent job on it, and I'm really curious to see how that steel feels on my face and etc. But yeah, that's going to be a nice addition to my stable. That will put me at 4 commissary style razors, and my goal is to get to 5. And so I have contacted Trevor at Wolf Blades, and I will be getting my 3rd Wolf Blade sooner than later. I know it's going to take a while because we still haven't decided on what I want for it. I know he's in the excuse me for bumping the camera. He's in the we're in the design stage, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. A little fumbling over my words a little bit here. But yeah, so he's designing me a new commissary, and I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a nice addition for spring, because I'm sure it won't be here till around spring. But I told him, I was like, Trevor, I want a jaw dropper. I'm going to actually funnel a good amount of money into it, so I'm hoping he picks some really cool materials, and I know he'll come up with a crazy fucking dope design. He's just a really good design artist. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, guys. After I get that razor, there's pretty much 2 other manufacturers that I want to try, which is River Boris and Yuri Krivchenko. And after I get those razors, I think I'm done. I think I'm done for a long while. So this is feeling absolutely classy, just the way I want it. Do need a bit more water though. One thing about working with J-nets has taught me to keep water on the stone. You're better off having just a little bit too much than too little. Alright, so I'm liking where we're at, and I think it's just about time to swap over to my oil. I'm just going to do a couple more laps. Some heel-centric ones, because I always tend to neglect my heel a little. And that'll be it. So let me just grab a rag to clean this all down with. Need some stropping strokes on my rag for my razor, so I know that I get all the swarth and slurry off of it. I'm just going to come in with this rag for the stone. While that is given a minute to dry out, I'm going to take a sip of my beer. So cheers, guys. Excuse me. I'm just going to do another small plug again, guys. Cajun Blade Honing Oil. It's not rocket science, it's nothing new, but it's one of the better oils I've ever used. And I normally use straight mineral oil. This is just a different viscosity from the one that I normally use, and it's got the scent in it. I'm not saying that he rewrote the Bible, but man, I'll tell you what, Eric did really good on this. The scent absolutely elevates the experience on the stones. So, I'm going to use my catchphrase, without further ado, to get some of this on the stone. And we'll just give this a quick smear. I gotta say, I was kind of shocked when Zach called me out in his video and was like, yo, let's exchange edges, because I'd kind of been in the back of my head thinking, gee, I'd really like to try someone else's edge. I have tried Eric's, and I have tried Sean's, and obviously my cousin Robbie's edges, but you know, I think it's fun just to see. Oh, and I'm sorry, also Rob, No Name Beer, I've tried his edges as well. I've never tried one of Johnny Five's. Would absolutely love to try one. So Johnny, I'm calling you out. You want to fucking swap a razor, bro? I am totally down. Oh, dude. There's something about oil on these slates that is just, it's phenomenal, man. This is the one slate that I have. Well, actually, the only slate that I have that I like oil on. The rest of my slates, I actually like the ONR, but they have a little bit different feedback. This stone is a lot glassier. It's a lot harder than my other one, which is a water of air. This stone feels closer to what a Tam O'Shanter feels like. And the same thing with the Tam O'Shanter. I like the oil better on the Tam O'Shanter than I do the ONR. But for my Laloon and my water of air, it's ONR all the way. And in a pinch, I will use ONR on a Coticule, but I honestly, I don't like the feel of it. It gets too slippery. There's too much buffering in it. Even though I have tried watering it down, it's something about the polymers or the synthetic, what's the, not saponifiers, yeah, there's something about it. It just doesn't feel right on a Coticule in my opinion. But I will use it in a pinch. I'm just going to flip my stone here real quick. And I did lap this stone before I started. And I'm going to share a secret. Maybe it's not really a secret, but it's something I do with this stone when I use it. When I lap it, I actually lap it with my Shapton Glass Rockstar 500. I find it gives it a texture that's not embedded into the stone. It's the very, very top surface of the stone. So once you're done with your slurry, it's pretty much gone. Not with your slurry, but your Delicate, breaking down your slurry, it's pretty much gone and it goes back to the base stone, but it really expedites the low end work on this stone. And yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever tried that, but if you've ever used a honing stone to lap another honing stone, you can absolutely do it. It absolutely works, and you know, if you're in a pinch, you can do it. As long as the stone that you're lapping with, one is a low grade and one is a high grade, it's gonna work. But I gotta tell you, this is feeling very nice. And I don't think I need to do too many more of these because I don't want this to be uncomfortable sharp, and this stone can get uncomfortable sharp at times. I want it to be a nice soft slate edge. But I also want to make sure that it's keen enough for me. I'm going to do a couple very linear strokes just to make sure the belly is getting that work. A couple toe centric and a couple heel centric. And back into my rolling strokes. And that apex just feels exactly the way I want it to feel. So a couple more. And I'm calling it. This blade is done. Alright guys, let me just wash the oil off of this and I'll come back and we'll see how I did. Alright guys, so I went for 30 on my fire hose and 30 on my burnished leather real quick. Let me just pause the music here. If I can get to it, Jesus Christ. Alright, like I was saying. Alright, I can tell by the snap on that it's not too sharp. And I can tell by the ease of the way that it's going into that popcorn that we're right there. Once I give this a full round on my strops, which will be, I already did, well, I'll probably go back to my fire hose. I'll do 20 on a medium grain flax linen. I'll move on to a fine, a fine linen, and then I'll do textured leather back into my burnished leather, and probably about 15 to 20 on my kangaroo leather. And this thing will be absolutely annihilating that peanut, even more than it is now. So that was a quick video. Zach, I'll have that in the mail for you probably next week sometime. I'll send you the shipping information when I get there. Everyone else, thanks for stopping by. Cutthroat Goat. Everyone be good to each other and stay awesome. Goat out.